Good evening, it's Monday the 7th of October and this is CSGO Weekly.
Alright, let's move out. Enemy spotted. Go, go, go! Sector clear.
If you're new to the show, this is my new weekly show where I start off with a bit of news, talk about my favourite video from the week, and then we go into some question time. Jump in now, straight with some news. This week we're going to be talking about Cash, most notably the remake of Cash. As we all know, FM Pone has been working his backside off for many hard months, getting Cash retextured and beautified. I've been working alongside Sal Volcano Garazzo. And if you had the chance to watch, the first ever match was played at ESL 1 New York. Personally, I'm loving the new Cash. It looks absolutely amazing. Cash has always been one of my all-time favourite maps. And I'm really, really looking forward to playing it soon. It has been announced that Cash version 2 will be brought to us in October into the active map pool for CSGO. And one of the big questions surrounding this is what map is going to be taken out to replace Cash in the active map pool. Two of the big names are either Mirage or Overpass to be replaced. I really personally like to see a Mirage remake and makeover. I think that would be really interesting to see. If you did have the opportunity to check out the Cash 2 show match, you will have noticed there's some notable reworks to the actual physical layout of the map as well. Probably most notably the boost in B site, and the window that's been put in at the CT side of mid. This is going to be great for the map. It's going to make it a lot more competitive for both CTs and the T side respectively, especially with that boost in B site. It just means that you've got one more point to check, you've got one more place to hide. I really do enjoy it when a map has small details like this added. It does really add to the gameplay and the experience of the map. Honourable mentions for the map though, I would say would have to be the removal of the building on A site, allowing you to throw some really cheeky Molotovs, and I think everyone's favourite, Teddy Bear in Squeaky. Are we looking at a new name for Squeaky now because of this? I'd love to hear some of your opinions of Cash 2. Are you a lover or a hater? What do you think of the makeover? Drop some feedback in the comments of your opinion on the remake of Cash. This week's video comes from the Score Esports. Simply put, this video is called Should CSGO Get Rid of Terrorists? It's a great question. It is a great dialogue about the thing that we love most about this game. CT versus T, counter-terrorist versus terrorist. And the fact that it could actually be holding back the game. It's well worth a watch, along with a lot of the Score Esports videos. Definitely check it out, and it certainly makes you think, would it be a good idea to rebrand it a bit? Who knows? We are now on to the questions, and surprisingly, we actually have one. This one comes from Sneaky Beaky CS on Instagram, and he asks, how do you think Get Right leaving will affect Forest, bearing in mind they have been teammates for so long? That is actually a very interesting question. I have to say, I've personally played a lot of competitive sports, and many years I've spent in the same team. I think the longest I spent in a team was 8 years, I think. And definitely someone who was a part of that team alongside you when they leave. There's definitely a shift in the dynamic with the team. It is very tough because you knew their style of play and they knew your style of play. You adapt though, and I think that it will be tough for Forest, as Get Right was a constant for the team when fighting alongside Forest. But rosters do change, and I think Forest will adapt. He's had to adapt to other players changing in the team before, and I think he will adapt to the lack of Get Right. I think on a friendship level between Forest and Get Right, I think it will be especially tough, especially if Nips start really picking it up again and doing well. Because, well, Forest had Get Right stood next to him whenever they did well, and I think it would be very hard to be doing well and not having that constant Get Right stood next to you at the time. I think that would be the toughest part for Forest. But I think Forest will be strong. He's an amazingly skilled player. There may be a dip just whilst he adjusts, but I think he'll be back there up on top very soon. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and thank you very much, Sneaky Beaky CS, for the question. If you did enjoy the video, feel free to subscribe, give me a like, share it with some friends. This has been CSGO Weekly, and I shall see you next week.